Iranian nuclear facilities have gone on high alert as fears of a coordinated Israeli-US strike intensify amid escalating regional tensions. Defense systems surrounding key sites have been significantly reinforced as Iran braces for possible military action. US intelligence has warned both the Biden and Trump administrations that Israel would likely target Iranian nuclear sites this year. This comes after Iran launched 200 missiles at Israel in October, prompting immediate Israeli retaliation through targeted airstrikes. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has declared that with Trump's support, his government would finish the job with Iran. But what exactly does finishing the job mean for regional stability and American involvement? What capabilities does Iran truly possess to defend against such an attack? Iranian officials have deployed additional air defense system launchers around key nuclear and missile facilities. However, these same officials privately acknowledge their systems may not withstand a large-scale assault, especially after being weakened by previous Israeli operations. Iran currently possesses Russian S-300 missile systems and is pressuring Moscow to expedite delivery of more advanced S-400s to bolster its defensive capabilities. Despite these efforts, military analysts suggest Iran remains vulnerable to coordinated strikes targeting its nuclear infrastructure. The environmental impact of attacking nuclear facilities could create a humanitarian crisis beyond Iran's borders. Former Fox News host Tucker Carlson has issued a stark warning to President Trump, stating that bombing Iran would set off a war that would result in thousands of American deaths.
All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I like to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders from Great Millstone. Shalom to the brothers and sisters, the house of David, the true believers. This is Abraham Ash from the Lions 12 here in Sacramento. Today's day is March 23rd, 2025. The Apostle Tahar stated this year, the hopeful year of Jacob, the hopeful year of our deliverance, destruction, and judgment on Esau Edom. Lord's will. And so go back to the, what we say. So this is Tucker Carlson from the news reporter. I'm not sure he's still in there or what, but he said, starting that bombing that Iran was set off a war off a war that could result in thousands of Americans' deaths. And so I remember I seen a video years back that Carson was having a conversation with the elder Apostle Tahar, and then Apostle Tahar was breaking it down. They're having a conversation between the two. So Carson knows a little bit something. I know for sure he knows that in the spirit that things gonna go. In the spirit, in his conscience, that he's gonna remember the conversation that he had with the prophet out there, which is Apostle Elder Tahar, So he's Carson. He's worrying a lot of things. He sees what's is going on. I mean, he's familiar. He does the work, the researches. That's his job. He's a reporter, politics and all that. And he sees things that is very dangerous road ahead. he did. That's why he quoted. It's like, look, man. It's like, if you're gonna start this bombing cassette of war against Iran, hey, thousands, hey, it's gonna be many more Americans are gonna be dead. He quoted. He knows it. He knows what's up. He knows what's going on. You know. And so, but he doesn't know. No, you know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't know. I don't know. He knows, but this is a biblical prophecy, man. You know, something's telling them. A voice in his head, something's telling them this is bad. You know. Let me see.
Thousands of American deaths. Carlson referenced Pentagon estimates predicting significant casualties and financial costs should the U.S. become directly involved.
Yes, and of course they're going to be involved, you know?
Qatar's foreign minister has raised alarming concerns about water security, warning that Persian Gulf countries could run out of drinking water within 3 days if Iran's nuclear facilities are attacked. Contamination from damaged sites could affect water supplies in Qatar, Kuwait, and the UAE, creating a regional humanitarian emergency. This warning comes as Iran faces increasing isolation due to the weakening of its proxy networks. Hamas and Hezbollah have suffered major setbacks, while Iran's main ally Bashar al-Assad has lost influence across the region. The International Atomic Energy Agency reports Iran now possesses enough 60% enriched uranium to produce 6 nuclear weapons, if further enriched. This accelerated accumulation has heightened concerns among Western powers and Israel about Iran's nuclear ambitions.
Right, and then I remember Trump stated in his Twitter or X account, whatever, that he's really pushing this issue towards Iran. He's about the Houthis, man. Last week, they launched an attack against them. You know, they're going back and forth with them, and he said, and he's really pushing the issue towards Iran. You know, and Iran, they responded back too. So there's a conversation going on between them two. It's really heavy too. It's really heavy. So Iran is not really scared, man. You know, you could make all your threats all you want to. You know, you could yell, you could scream, you could make threats, you could do whatever. But they're not gonna back down. You know.
Trump has previously threatened Iran with great force and total obliteration in response to various incidents in Israel about Iran's nuclear ambitions. Trump has previously threatened Iran with great force and total obliteration in response to various incidents, including the assassination of Iranian military officer Qasem Soleimani and Houthi attacks on vessels in the Red Sea.
There you go.
U.S. National Security Advisor Mike Waltz recently stated that all options are on the table to prevent Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons. Waltz demanded that Iran give up all aspects of its nuclear program, including missile development and uranium enrichment. Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei responded defiantly, claiming, "If we wanted to develop nuclear weapons, America would not have been able to stop us." He rejected potential negotiations with the United States, insisting they would only increase pressure on Iran. So what does this rising tension mean for regional security? Military experts suggest Israel faces significant challenges in striking Iran's nuclear program. Unlike previous successful operations against single reactors in Iraq and Syria, Iran's nuclear facilities are numerous, widely dispersed, and deeply buried. Any strike would require exceptional planning, resources, and likely American support. The consequences could reshape Middle Eastern alliances and potentially draw the United States into direct conflict with Iran, despite warnings from figures like Tucker Carlson. As defense systems remain on high alert and rhetoric escalates, the question...
You see, Tucker Carlson is giving that warning. So he's like, yo, this is not good. You know, this is bad. So something's telling them, man. A spirit's telling them he's shaking up. Remember, he has a conversation with the beloved Apostle Tahar. They have a conversation. There's a video about that, man. I seen it a couple years back. You know, he knows a little something, something. You know, so once again, it always going is in his conscience.
Remains whether diplomatic solutions can prevail before military action becomes inevitable.
Anyway, there you go. You see, whew, that's a heavy, short but straight to the point. So there you go. So Carson is worried. He's tripping. He's shaking up. He knows in the spirit that if that goes down, it will go down. That thousands and thousands of Americans that are gonna, like he quoted, will die. And that's gonna lead World War III. Right there, the Valley of Jehoshaphat, man. Right there by Freddie Rivers. All right in that region, all that territory, all that zone area. That's gonna be one big fat conflict. Right? That's gonna be one big fat World War III right there, man. And we here, man. And so what about Shema Shar for open my eyes and open my ears, man, to see and hear these things, man, to understand these things. What's wrong with the spirit here? I like to go to Ezekiel. It says Ezekiel, right? Ezekiel chapter 33. Ezekiel, Old Testament 33, verse 33. All the way down real quick. It says, Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 33. It says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. See, Carson, he ran. He have a conversation with Apostle Tahar. And when this will come to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. Like, damn, there were those crazy guys in the street corners yelling, screaming out loud. They were right the whole time. They saying there's a World War III. They're saying the nuclear missiles is going to hit America. They're saying this and this and that in the scriptures, filtered in with the scriptures. A prophet prophesied a vision. Say it before it happens. Say it before it happens. Giving them warning, giving warning from the Most High. And this was coming. And they mentioned about there ain't gonna be no drinking water or nothing like that. It's gonna be leads to famine. People will be thirsty and hungry, man. So when this and when this come to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. You see, NLT says, but when all this terrible things happen, it's gonna be terrible, man. See, this is we're out there giving you the news, man. Breaking news. This is gonna be horrible, terrible things about to happen. And we warn you these things, man, before it happens, man. That way you could have repent and be converted, man. That way that way you don't get caught in blindsided, man. It says when and NLT says, but when all these terrible things happen to them, as they certainly will, then they will know a prophet has been among them. See, they're gonna be like, damn, they crazy dudes, man, out there. You know what I'm saying? And they're out there with the garment with the border blue with fringes with the signs and yelling and screaming. You know, we thought they were crazy. Right? They thought they were crazy. He said, man, and some don't believe it. But hey, well, Lord will show come. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1 that says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision. The prophet, see? The vision. Terrible things are going to happen. The vision. That America's going to get destroyed by nuclear missiles, plus the chariots, the zapping, the laser beams here, right? And the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. That's the vision that we're seeing it. That's happening now. That people taking it, you know, but pretty soon it's going to be mandatory. Pretty soon they're going to have that in law, you know. So write the vision and make it plain upon the tables that he may run it that readeth, for the vision is yet for a appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. You see? So now the vow is getting it's taken off your eyes now. You see? You see what I'm saying? So we see the vision, we see the movie. It's scripted. We've seen it. We're reading it, and that's going to come to pass. That this is the future of prophecy. You know, the RFID chip is already here, man. World War III is we're just watching a video about it, man. Appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Thou it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. It won't tarry no more. It will not delay. It's already here now. You see? It's go time now. So now, you know what I'm saying, they could easily shut the internet off and turn anything off. That'd be famine the word, man. You know, because we're at the end now. It will not lie. Okay. Let's go here. This is a book of Matthew's chapter 24, verse 3. It says, and he sat upon the Mount of Olives, and disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us when this things be, and what shall be the signs of their coming, and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamshach, and shall deceive many. And we're seeing it right now. It's getting heavier and heavier. There's a lot of things in here that, damn, so much going on that the people think they're anointed, but they will deceive many people, man. But anyway, that's for another time. It says, and he shall hear of wars. Here it is. And he shall hear of wars, right? We hearing it. We hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nations, and kingdom against kingdoms, and there shall be famines and pestilences, and earthquakes, and earthquakes like diverse places. All this are the beginning of sorrows. Right, the birth pains, man. You know? So these are the disciples came privately tell us the end of the world, the meaning end of the age. When the age it's the end of Esau world and Jacob that followed. You know? So this is the end for Esau, man. And Jacob's that followeth. You know, the beginning. Let's grab that. I don't want to feature that one. Second Esdras. Kind of backed out, and then I'll probably close out here. It says Second Esdras, chapter 6, verse 9. It says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." There you go. So at the end, so now we's waiting on the RFID chip, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that far fetched. It's like Esau's dragging his feet, but we're getting there. We're getting close, man. You know. So that's what Carson. You know, he knows, man. He knows what's up, man. You know, he ran to the prophet, man. He ran to apostle to her, and they're having a conversation. You know, lo, it will come to pass. Now you know them, a prophet be among them. You see? So he's worried, man. He knows this is the end game. You know? So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close out there. Throw it up by Shema Shai for allowing me to deliver this message, you know. So I like to use my gift and that talent that he blessed me with. So I thank the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai for that. And I'm gonna go ahead and close out there. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out. But first and foremost, I like to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders from Great Millstone. Shalom to the brothers and sisters, the house of David, the true believers. Until next time, shalom.